I showed up 3 minutes early, not to be polite, but to assess the battlefield. Rooftops give men illusions of dominance. These bars, perched above the world, crafted like shrines for those who see themselves as deities. He'd always liked to play the part. The host glanced at his list, frowned, then gave me a tight-lipped smile. No booking under your name. I already knew that. I scanned the terrace. Spotted them instantly. My wife, her father. 2 seats taken. Wine glasses full. 1 spot left untouched. Her eyes widened when she saw me. Not warmly. Not guiltily. Just shocked. I wasn't supposed to be there. He saw me next and gave a smirk. Then, loud enough for the nearby tables to catch, he said, "This place might be too classy. You're more of a dive bar guy." His voice rode the breeze, cutting through marble and glass. I didn't blink. Just fixed my gaze on him. Calm. I turned to the host. "Can I speak to the owner?" That wiped the smirk off his face for a heartbeat. Because the owner? My uncle. And that detail changed the game. It had all started 2 months back. A quiet space opened up between us. Not natural, but choreographed. Where warmth once lived, only manners remained. She stopped staying up for me. Her laughter vanished. I chalked it up to stress, long hours, her father's declining health. Except he wasn't sick. And she wasn't tired. The space between us wasn't accidental. It had been constructed, methodically, by someone who wanted me on the outside. He'd always resented me. Thought I didn't measure up. Too calm. Too calculating. Once, he said, deliberately loud, marrying me was like swapping passion for precision. Maybe this had been his plan all along. To fracture me from within. Make her believe I was cold. Unfeeling. But I felt everything. Especially the night I got home early and found her phone unlocked. The messages weren't simple updates. They were layered. Careful. Toxins cloaked as concern. "Daddy, he's been so distant. That's what I've been telling you. You deserve more than this. Maybe you're right. Not just manipulation of a daughter. Reprogramming of a wife." And I had a front row seat. I didn't blow up. That would have been too easy. Too expected. Instead, I listened. Let them play their hand while I began mapping the pattern. Those dinners she claimed were for work? He just happened to be there. Every time. The new phone lock. His suggestion for her privacy. Even her words echoed his. Almost verbatim. So I installed recovery tools. Dug up deleted messages. Voicemails. Then I hit pay dirt. 1 message from him to her. "He'll never fit into our world. Let's have dinner, just us. He needs to see where he stands." This wasn't dinner. It was theater. A staged humiliation. Draped in fatherly concern. And she went along with it. Okay, maybe that's for the best. She didn't just stop loving me. She started believing in him more than in me. I could have walked. But I wanted more than freedom. I needed truth. I looked into his company's ownership records. Hired a PI to chase down an old whisper about tax fraud from his first venture. Paid my uncle a visit. The same uncle who owned this very rooftop bar. The one they'd chosen for their grand finale. When I walked out of that meeting, I had 2 things. Access to the evening's guest list. And the name of the woman he pays quiet alimony to every month. I didn't warn her I was coming. Just appeared. Watched the confidence drain from their faces. She leaned in and whispered something. He went pale for a second, then forced a brittle smile back on. Her voice trembled. "Why are you here?" I smiled. Just felt like a drink. Then casually, I lifted a sleek folder. "But since you asked," I handed it to her. Inside, printed chats, timelines, financial trails linking him to his hidden mistress. Photos. And at the end, a notarized letter from the owner confirming their reservation. 2 people. No more. Her fingers shook. His jaw clenched. "I wanted you both to see the table," I said softly. "And what it cost to set it." He opened his mouth. I raised a hand. "No need." He turned to her, desperate. She looked back at me, empty. Neither had words fast enough to hide behind. The waiter appeared with a single drink. Compliments of the owner. I raised it. A silent toast. Then placed a sealed envelope on the table. Inside, an anonymous, detailed report. Verified. Addressed to the IRS. His empire would start unraveling by dawn. He started to speak. I stood before he could. Faced her. "There's something you buried between you," I said. I never craved love. Just honesty. Her eyes didn't fill with tears, but recognition. Too late. I turned to him. Gods don't find rooftops. They build them. And this one, I've been building for months. He looked at the folder like it might detonate. It already had. I walked past the velvet ropes, past the stunned host, into the elevator's cold hush. Behind me, their little world caved in. No shouting, no drama, just the slow, silent crumble of delusion. As the elevator descended, my heartbeat stayed steady. When I stepped into the night, a flickering streetlight buzzed above, like an old, stubborn truth. I didn't turn around. I didn't need to. The highest seat in the room isn't always the one at the top. Sometimes, it's the one you flip without ever raising your voice.